Oh, there's Lake Worth. Another beautiful day for what it's worth. There's that lonely boat dock right down that way. You can see kind of the shadows reflecting off the lake there. And I checked out Weather Bug. It looks like we will get 50%, probably about 40 to 50% chance of rain tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Today's actually Monday. And we're dealing today with April the 11th of 2022.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
And an exciting car wash called Rocket Car Wash, which is right over here. Looks like it's probably new or it's opened up. Can't see the pricing on it though. Looks like a pretty good one. Where is it? So it's about right here. Alright, yeah. Alright, this is the nail or the screw that was in my tire, did puncture through. And these are the ones I usually collect. So I've seen these before, and they lay on the road and you just drive right over them. I think it was the last discount tire. It may have been a little bit larger. I started collecting them for a while. I don't know where it comes across. Somehow they're laying somewhere out in the road.
Yeah, you gotta think too.
All right, thank you. Tell you one thing, going to a discount tire, you're gonna get hit with some copyright. They listen to a lot of radio in there, a lot of copyrighted music. But yeah, it's the same size screw that was in the other one. I think I vlogged that one too. It's like a carpenter screw or something small that can get in there and wedge its way into the tire. He said it punctured the tire, but it stayed in the actual tire, so it allowed me to drive it to discount tires. Luckily, I saw it when I was vlogging, so doing this kind of stuff does help, because I was vlogging over in Arlington and I happened to be in front of the vehicle, just kind of looking at it, and noticed it out of the corner of my eye. If I wasn't vlogging, I wouldn't have noticed it at all. So I've got a lot of criticism about vlogging, but today, in this particular situation, vlogging actually worked for me, rather than how everyone thinks that it could possibly do the opposite, which I don't think it's a bad thing. It creates observation, because you have to observe to vlog. You have to look and be aware as much as you can. So that's how I was able to find it. It was because I was actually vlogging. So it can be a good or bad thing, depending on how you value the vlog. and how you video things. So that time I caught it because I was recording. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. It's about April 11th of 2022, about 3:43 p.m. and I was looking over my children's story, Mid-Cities Boulevard Squirrels. Mid-Cities Boulevard Squirrels. It does have some grammar error in some of the description. Most of the dialogue so far, I think, is there. It does need some touch-up. I had to get it up there pretty quick. I had to write it all in one night, as best as I could, and then send it up, because it was a time when I had just got the stimulus check. I had some free time, a few hours to actually do it. I don't get a lot of free time. So that time I had some free time. I thought, I want to write this children's story about these squirrels, and I went ahead and did it. I noticed that there's a few sentences that need structuring, a couple of misspelled or misplaced words, but a lot of it is there. Nothing's perfect, and I don't know what other writers go through when they turn in work. Now, it's not perfect. It's not, when you read it, it's not going to be a perfect story. So don't show it to your English grammar classes. But some of it is. Some of it, well, actually a lot of it is there. A lot of it is perfected. But it takes time to really get it, to where it really needs to be. And that's sometimes when editors come in and they notice these mistakes and how they can level things out and stuff like that. But ultimately, the story itself is there. So that's the good news. The good news is on Mid-Cities Boulevard Squirrels is that the actual story is there. And that's the most important thing for all you writers. All right, so where it got me was on the front right. They replaced it with this new one, which is a Sentury right here. You can kind of read it there. I'm trying to get it perfect for you. You can see it right here, Sentury. And usually you can tell it's a new tire. You have these things on it right here. You can kind of tell. And then you can feel it right here too, and see some of this stuff here, which is brand new. I did get it under warranty. They replaced this. I didn't even ask them to do it, and they replaced this thing too. I thought it was nice of them. So that's pretty much it for the day on the tire. So we got that done. Well, according to my car, it's Texas weather, 88 degrees, and also I looked up on the Apple weather report and it also said 88 degrees. So we're dealing with about 88 degrees. 88 miles per hour, Marty. The word 88. Anyway, that's the temperature right now. So, and it's not going to get much better because the summer is even going to get into the 90s and sometimes the hundreds. So I always carry plenty of water. And just to share, my beverage is actually not coffee, although I do like coffee. I'm a big fan of anything with espresso in it. I also like cappuccinos and just espressos and things like that. Lattes are good too. This is actually not any of those. It's orange juice with it's Minute Maid orange juice with fortified vitamins A, B, C, D, and E. It's good for kids too. But we'll be getting caffeine probably a little bit later. And we'll be headed out to the Texas Motor Speedway, which is exit 70, right off 35W. Which is pretty much where we are. All right, here's the new bridge. I call it the Westport Bridge, or the bridge that's kind of by Alliance Airport. And you can see not a whole lot of changes. They're still working on it, laying the concrete and all the structure that needs to be done. The speedway will be coming up in the next 2 exits, and we'll drop off at, or we're going to stop off at Buc-ee's. Not drop off, stop off, sorry. Get some gas. This is where you go when you want to get gas and a snack. Good old Buc-ee's. Birds are kind of tame here. They don't really run from you or anything. They just kind of trot away a little bit. So kolache is 3 food groups, 1 package. It's the bread, the meat, and the cheese. And remember, you can always get yourself a little cabana, sport cabana from Buc-ee's. Right here. A lot of products, even an old country barbecue pit too. And gas isn't too bad too. It's right here, $3.42. So what is in my Buc-ee's bag? Let's find out and look. We got one at North Lake, so good thing we got interrupted. This is basically one of my favorite ones right here. This little kolache. And what you want to do with these is you do want to eat them hot. So you can see that she microwaved it right here. And this is a jalapeno one. Try it out. These are one of my favorites. I also like the pepper jack. If you look real hard, you can actually see the cheese in them here. They're a little spicy, a little bit, but not too bad. It's pretty good. The chips, what you're known as the 2 for 2. So when you're eating cheaper, you get 2 of them for $2. And for all you health nuts, pretty much half Diet Mountain Dew and half regular Mountain Dew. And what I always say is when you get one of these offers to pick it up and pick up the food and drop it off at the doorsteps, you want to make sure that you put in your ways right here. Because it could be a Popeyes that's in Roanoke. This is the Popeyes that's in Raceway, which is Raceway Drive, which is right here in North Lake. But you just want to just do it, even though you know how to get there. In your mind, you're 100% sure. Because there's nothing more frustrating when you show up and it's actually the wrong restaurant. It's actually the one that's a few blocks down, or it's the restaurant that's a few miles down. Because that'll kill some of your time. It just takes a moment just to press the button. That's all you have to do. And you'll see where the restaurant is and just follow that. Once you do that, then then you can turn it off or whatever, because you know through GPS, because the app will be linked to that. And that really helps a lot in this type of work. It's just a suggestion. Sorry, I had a little burp because of that jalapeno kolache. Anyway, that's what I suggest. And this sign right there, the back side of it, actually says North Lake. And that's the Speedway entrance right there. It's a little hard to figure out. And as a vlogger, how am I going to tell my audience exactly where I'm at? Well, one way is showing this, which is Raceway Drive. That's kind of a clue. And people can get on to Google Earth and Google Maps, and they can find exactly where you're at and stuff. It's really neat. This is home too. These are well, they have restaurants in them, but they're actually hotels, and that's La Quinta and True by Hilton. Another thing too about writing is when you put down a word that's misspelled, then it goes into that state until it's corrected. With vlogging, if you mess up on a word, or let's say doesn't come out as perfect because you don't have all the time in the world to memorize all the lines and get everything perfect, just keep on going. Keep on going. A lot of vloggers sometimes will stumble, they'll misspeak, or they'll say the wrong wording for something, and it's frustrating because you have to stay completely focused. Coffee helps sometimes. We're just doing exercises like to sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock. Tongue twisters help. And every time I pull in here, there's always a vehicle that comes in to pull in right in front of me. Every single time. You can see I'm right here reflecting off whatever this is. Looks like a new device that they have. And there was a bird that was walking like right over there, but I don't know where he went. And it must have flown off. Anyway, that's their new little thing right there. I don't know what it is. Probably a new menu board or a speaker or something that they're getting ready to do. Or get into activation. They're getting ready to use. Anyway.